Alright guys, welcome back to the Knot of the Week. This week we're going to be going over a method to store paracord in a easy to deploy method. And you can see we've got a couple of these started. And this is one of our most requested knots here on the Knot of the Week. We've got quite a few of you guys that have emailed in and requested that we go over this method. And basically this is just a method to store paracord. It's a very, very time consuming method, and personally I'm not a big fan of storing paracord in this method. Yes, it's easy to deploy. All you do is, pull it and it comes off very easy. But on the other hand, I'm going to time myself. Actually, this is 100 feet of paracord I have laying on the ground here. So I'm going to actually time myself to see how long it'll take to coil 100 feet of paracord in this method. Anyhow, let's get into how to tie this. And you can see before I pulled these out that I'd already started to do this here, but let's go ahead and pull the rest out. And what I've got here is just about 6 loops of paracord here in my hand, 5 or 6, whatever you'd like. And you can see the standing end here just kind of laying in the wraps. And then this will be our working end on this side. So the way you want to start this is essentially just to make a bite and turn that into a loop, just like so, right on the top there. And then what you're going to do is kind of hold that loop secure with your hands and come around the other side and tuck that inside. So this is kind of what you're working with here. Just like that. So now what you're going to do to tighten this loop up that you brought up is to just kind of maneuver that other line with your fingers. So you get something like this. Show you on the other side. And the reason I'm doing this way is it's a little easier to see what's going on by viewing it from this side of the camera. And I'll try to turn it around once in a while here to show you what's going on the other side as well. But it's not locked in yet, so what you have to pay attention to is I'm holding this with my fingers, kind of keeping it tight. Because what you're going to do is do the same thing again. You're going to make another loop, and you're going to come inside of this big loop here, just like that. And you're going to tighten again. Now the way you tighten this is with this string right here. Oh, I kind of pulled that out here. Like I said, it's not such a hot method, and it's kind of discouraging when you start this too. But anyhow, let me see if I can get this tight in here again. And the thing you have to be careful of too is that you want all these wraps to stay the same, because if they start getting uneven here, it makes it even harder once you get around to the other sides here. Okay, so now we've got it tightened in, and I'll kind of show you what we got here so you can see all the angles. Oops, there we go. Alright, so we're just securing loops, that's all we're doing. So again, we go to the other side, put a loop within a loop, tighten it up, you're basically locking in these loops. So that's locked in now. We just take this slack, continue to tighten. I'm kind of making big loops for illustrative purposes here, but obviously you don't need to make that big loops. So again, come through, You can kind of see that pattern starting to form. Obviously it's not as clear, but you'll also see the side pattern as well, which will become a little more clear after we do this next wrap. And we're going to lock it in. Go one more here and then I'll show you what's going on. You'll be able to get a clear idea of the pattern now. Okay, so you can see that pattern starting to form. There's a pattern on each side as well that goes right along with that you can make sure that you're following. So again, this is a very time intensive way to tie paracord. I mean, you see I just got a few loops here and been working at this for a couple minutes now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the camera. I'm going to wrap this whole entire 100-foot section of paracord and time how long it takes. So I'll be back with you in, I don't know, 20 minutes. Here we go. We're done with our wrapping. Now, there isn't really a good name for this kind of wrapping that I've heard of, so I mean, we kind of refer to it as a like a paracord storage sinnet, since it resembles that chain sinnet knot that we've done before. But anyhow, I just got to the end and just left it like this, so it'd be easy to pull apart and keep deploying. But let me go through the last couple wraps here with you, just because I think it's easier to see the motion when it's bigger like this. I'll give you a better idea of how to do this yourself. So again, at the end here, all I did is pull it through like I was going to loop it in again. Just leave it like that, ready to deploy. So our elapsed time now is about 1 hour and 10 minutes. Now, I did get a little quicker at this as time went on, since I haven't done it in a while. But at any rate, it can be easily deployed, so if you are going to be somewhere where you know that you need to just get out a certain length of paracord real quick, this is a pretty good method, because it's easy to kind of just pull out a couple of strands and just get that exact amount of paracord you need. So there it is, the paracord chain sinnet storage method with ITS Tactical's Knot of the Week. Please let us know if you have any questions, and thank you for watching.